sloth was trying to cross a highway. Cars flying past, horns blaring, and this little guy's just inching forward like he's got all the time in the world. But this time, he wasn't alone. Right in the middle of this busy road, a tiny sloth was trapped. He needed to get to the trees on the other side. But the road was like a trap. Cars were speeding past, the roar of engines all around him. He tried to keep moving, but then he froze. He couldn't go forward. He couldn't go back. People in their cars just stared, holding their breath. From a distance, a traffic cop spotted the sloth. At first, he just waved down cars, trying to give the little guy some space, but things took a turn. The sloth wasn't budging. Instead of crossing, he turned around. That's when the cop knew this wasn't going to end well unless he stepped in. The cop carefully bent down, scooped up the sloth, and carried him towards the trees. The little guy clung tight, those long claws gripping like he knew this was the only way out. Drivers watched, some pulling out their phones recording the moment. A rare sight, an officer escorting one of the slowest creatures on the planet to safety. But the story wasn't over yet. The cop set the sloth down near the trees, expecting him to climb up and disappear, but he didn't. He just sat there, staring back at the road. Something wasn't right. The cop hurried back and searched the grass, and there it was, a tiny baby sloth, curled up, too scared to move. The mother had been trying to cross for her baby. One more trip across the road, and finally, the little one was back in his mother's arms. She held her baby close, wrapping him up in the slowest, sweetest hug. The cop just stood there watching. No need for praise or recognition, just quiet satisfaction in doing the right thing. And just like that, they vanished into the trees, right where they belong.